Hello there everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck, and another video this morning, and a happy video. I was just making a bad video there, which was an angry video rant, which will probably be out tomorrow, keep your eye out. But this is for today, and this is a happy video. This is another one from Gearbest that I got from Gearbest, and another one of their new knife suppliers, which is Artisan Cutlery, which are becoming very, very popular across the world. I've seen an awful lot on the channels over in the US, and I really want to bring them across here, to be honest, to Europe, because they're great value knives. And by great value, I don't mean necessarily cheap, but they do make some great knives. This one's a mid-range. This one's about £50, $63. So it's somewhere in around that price. Today, that's what it was this morning. But you know what Gearbest is like. It can go up and down a pound or two either way. So we'll say roughly 50 quid. Just, or $63. So 50 and 60, whichever. I think it is worth every single penny of it, because the fit and finish is exceptional. Exceptional. And that's worth a few quid in my book, because that is just... To get anywhere now, your fit and finish has to be good. It has to be, because the cheaper brands are knocking them out with great fit and finish. So if you want to step up that mark, and this is a step up in my book, this is a step up to the mid-range, the between 50 and 70. It's mid-range. And it's quite expensive for a budget channel. But I think it's worth bringing it to you. Every now and then it's nice to bring a wee bit dearer. And even dearer than this I'll bring, at times. Especially with this Artisan Cutlery, I really do like. They're worth, their next level up is worth saving up for. So, and I don't say that too often in this channel, but it really is. How does it come? It comes in a lovely, good solid wooden box. And you get a lovely pouch with these gold tie-ins on it to put it away. If you're somebody that puts it on the shelf, or you just want to put it back in the box, it's a lovely thing. So we'll take them off to the side now. We don't need them. And here's the knife. And doesn't that just look nice? It just genuinely looks a nice shape. It's like a Wharncliffe, but we haven't got the straight edge, but it's a Wharncliffe type shape. Look at that. G10 D2 steel, which has been checked on the Blade Banters channel and Love Them Knives. They send it away to Kurt, who checks all the knives of his own free will, which is wonderful. So this has been checked, and it's real D2. So there, and the heat treat's pretty good. So there's nothing. This is not a mystery Chinese knife. This one has been checked and verified, and it is what it says on the tin. So Artisan Cutlery. They come out, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, they come out with a batch of knives. And look at their pivots. Look at their screws. Let me just show you. They're Torx screws, but they actually have a design on them. I mean, who goes to that much detail for a £50 knife? Who goes to that much detail? Now, I know people are not going to particularly like this wee bit at the top here, but I do, and I'll tell you for why when we get to it. So it's G10 handle, D2, lovely fuller on either side. Well, that's my little magnet. It's a lovely fuller on either side. It has a lovely sharpening choil. Look at the sharpening now. There's a video coming tomorrow, and some of the high-end knives do not have a sharpening choil. Look at how good that is. Look how straight that is. Look at the other side of it. It's exactly, I'll put it up this way. It's exactly the same. Exactly. It's perfect on a £50 knife. Perfect. Absolutely. The grind is lovely. It's a flat grind. It's 3/4 of a flat grind. Really lovely done. And it's like a light stone wash. Can you see that? It's like a light stone wash on it, which makes it lovely. It's not a fingerprint magnet. This is more, I would say this is leaning towards a working knife. Although it looks too good, doesn't it? I mean, they've gone, like even these wee lines, they don't need to do that, but they've done it. The small backspacer is just G10, steel linings. Are they milled out? I don't even think they're milled out, to be honest with you. Let me just get my wee torch and we'll have a look together. I'll get my wee torch in there. Now, there we go. Not a bit of it. So this adds to the fact that this is It's a bit heavier than your average sort of knife, although it's a big knife. I'm saying that. I mean, this is a big knife. We'll get to the weights in a minute. But anyway, deep pocket carry clip, which is great. Absolutely great. Holes in the pocket, lovely. Doesn't damage your pocket at all. This, although textured, doesn't stop it. It doesn't make it stick in your pocket. But it gives it a perfect grip. I'll have to say, this is some of the best G10 that you can hold. Personally, I think it's just absolutely perfect. And like, this is a big knife, but it's got a perfect handle. Really has. You can get to work with this knife. It's about a 4mm blade. 4mm blade, which is about 3/16, and it is about a 14mm across the back of her here. She's a bit broader. She's 9/16, so she's a bit over half an inch. But you know, it feels it in the hand. It feels good and sturdy. It feels like you're not going to lose a grip on it, which is good. There's a bit there for the lanyard hole at the back, and it's left or right, tip up only. But just beautifully done. This, you just have to use a flathead screwdriver to take this apart. That's all it is. There's no hassle in it. No hassle whatsoever. But the sharpening choil is done well. The finger placements are pretty good. They're not harsh. I can tell you that now, they're not harsh. So when you're in there, you are properly gripped. And I think that's what it's done for more. Because this is more of a work knife, it does give you great grip, but it doesn't stick into you. If you can see that, they're not sharp points at all. I have no discomfort there whatsoever. So lovely job. Top of the blade spine, they've even got a little chamfered over it at the side. And it comes down to, look at that for a great working tip. Great working tip. I mean, everything is done so well, isn't it? I mean, it's just, look at the... Oh, I'm just looking at the choil there. I always like to look down to see how well the blade is centred. And that's just beautiful. It's a liner lock, and it's fully engaged. Good thick liners. I say they're not milled out. So they're not going to make this a lightweight knife. They're going to make this a good working knife. They have fancy knife and they have lighter knives. Let's see if I can just show you. Yes, I have some here. This is some of the other ones that I've had on the channel before. Oh, where are they? Oh, here they are. There we go. This is the Artisan. This is their smaller, lighter, more nimble version. Again, with this grip that they have, it's unusual to get the big and then a small one, but it really does work. And they're very smooth. It doesn't hurt the knife at all. I have that one, and I also have this one, which there'll be a review on soon. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. That's a great little knife. And again, that'll be coming very shortly. So, the fit, the finish is great. So, what length is it? It's about 8 3/4, 21.8 centimetres. The blade length is about 3.5 inches, which is 9.7 centimetres. It weighs 5.8 ounces, which is 164 grams. So 5.8, it's under 6 ounces, but you're getting a very substantial, don't forget this is 8 3/4, a very substantial knife. It doesn't feel like that in the pocket. You know it's in your pocket. Like, this is not a delicate, don't get me wrong. It's not a delicate. You know it's in your pocket, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, and it's set out as a proper sturdy knife. Whether you want it genuinely for, you know, this is a bit high end to me for taking on a building site, but for 50 quid you're getting a D2 blade that's been tested. You know it's going to work and it's going to get you through a day. Why not? Why not? Why not? 50 quid. This, for the styling of it, for the quality of it, I just highly rate it, I have to say. Highly, highly rated. So, you know, some people think I'm against sort of higher end knives. It's got to be Ganzo. No. I mean, this is much better than a Ganzo. This, for quality, fit and finish, is better than a Ganzo. Just. But it is better. It's well finished. And, you know, for me to say that means an awful lot, because you know how highly I regard Ganzos, as in knives for work and everyday use. This is a bloomin' good knife. Bloomin' good knife. I have enjoyed having it. It cuts, it pierces, it does everything that you want in an EDC. Definitely, whatever your EDC, this will cover it. This will cover it. But I would say it probably is more of a work knife than it would be a pretty carry. You know, with that G10, great for the winter, great for the summer even, you know what I mean? It's grippy, it'll hold you if you got sweaty hands. It's warmer in the winter to hold. It's a good, honest working knife. And it's a good, honest, attractive looking working knife. But, you know, I'll leave that with you. I'm not going to go on. It's an Artisan Cutlery. I highly recommend. So far, the company has been really good. What they're coming out with is just good quality knives, be it their smaller versions or their bigger versions. And I have ordered a high end one to see what that quality is like, and then I'll measure all three together, and we can have a look together and see whether it's worth saving up for the higher end one. But that's in the future. This is now. I recommend this fully. If you want a good, solid, dependable working knife, there's one there for you. It's different than, it's a new brand. It's different than what everybody else has got. We've all got our big knives that, we've all got, I can't think of a big knife. Oh my dear goodness, I've just lost it. My head is there we go. We've all got our big rat ones. Let's give a comparison. There's the rat one. So it's the same size as the rat one. So that gives you an idea of how good a big working knife that is. There's more blade on this cutting length in this than there is on the rat one. But it's that perfect size. It is that size. This is lighter than this, but probably not by that much. Let me just see. I can't remember what weight a rat one is. Am I going on a bit too much here? Sometimes I do. You should tell me. Don't be sitting back there and not telling me. Well, I know what weight that is. What weight is the rat one? In grams, the rat one is 142, so it's going to be a bit lighter. Ounces, 5 ounces, so it's, 0.8 of an ounce lighter than the Artisan Cutlery. Good gosh, I've got a gob on me today. So I have to say, if you give me a choice, which one is the looker to you? I'm going to go for the top one, to be honest. This is nice, and it's about 35 quid, I believe. There's a D2 version. This is the older Oz 8, which is still a perfectly good working knife. But this is, I just think this is worth that extra for the looks, and it's like bringing a rat one into the modern. To me, you don't have a belly in this, but you have a great piercer. So it's you decide. Which do you want? Now, I'm away. I need a wee cup of tea because I've been kissing the blarney, I think, this morning. My mouth's as dry as a sewer rat. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.